This episode of Lore Drop is sponsored by Carrie King. Thanks so much for making us look good on stage, Carrie.
You could have said Trickshot was against a mirror, and I would have rooted against Trickshot. I've seen how you guys have written his bad luck. I want no part of any bet in favor of Trickshot ever.
Lore Drop, a Reinvent podcast. I'm Abby, the executive director of Reinvent Productions.
I am Ben, the creative and artistic director.
And our third party member today is our friend
Justin.
Woo! Justin Kral. Justin is a friend that we made our first year of grad school on his last year of grad school at Texas Tech. Ben and I both performed in his thesis. I also got to AD that, and it was a wonderful experience that inspired a lot of the process that we did for What If, which was really cool. He is the founder of Creative Action Training. Creative Action Training is a company that provides training in stage combat as well as cinematic fight choreography, which is really cool. Stage and screen, all that jazz. He is also a certified fight instructor and a fight director through Fight Directors Canada, which is real cool. Today, we are going to be talking about lots of fights. We're going to be having an all-star tournament.
Yeah.
But before we get into that part of the episode, we got to decide the most important part of the episode, which is what animated trio we are. And last night, we watched Aang, so Avatar's on the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And we have mixed feelings about the movie, but we do not have mixed feelings about Avatar: Last Airbender. It's a good
show, good franchise.
Good show, good franchise. Character-wise, you got to be an earthbender, I feel like.
Yeah.
If you're not Toph, then you're Sokka, which I know that Sokka is a water tribe dude, but...
Yeah, I'm fine with being Toph.
Okay.
I could also say Sokka for him.
Yeah.
Justin is Zuko, Fireboy.
Yeah. I would, like, in my heart, I would want to be an Iroh. I named my cat after Iroh, but truth be told, my cat's more of a Zuko, and I'm more of a Zuko. I'd probably love to be Aang the Airbender, to be the Avatar, but I'm a Zuko. I've progressed through life getting over a chip on my shoulder and... found peace later in life, and I had a fiery personality.
Yeah.
It's good times. Good times.
And after watching the movie last night, I have to finally yield to the idea that I am a Katara. Because every time Katara was telling them to, like, do something, and I was like, why aren't you listening to her? If you'd listen to her, then it'd be fine.
I also... I feel like a sibling relationship with you, the way that I see a lot of Toph in you, the way that I see her picking on Aang.
I love Toph. Toph, with one of the fights I did for my basic for Fight Directors Canada, I played Toph and my partner was the boulder. It was quite funny.
Yeah, I got you as a Toph, I think. And you're definitely a big caretaker as well, so I could see Katara.
It'd be like a Fire Nation Katara, because the bending element I would have would very much be fire to a fault. I feel like sometimes, but
yeah,
that's okay. Okay, Ben, tell us about this all-star tournament. Dude.
Yeah.
What are we doing today?
So what we're doing, this is going to be the first of an annual episode of Lore Drop that we'll be doing every year called the All-Star Tournament, which is a hypothetical fighting tournament that pits all of the characters that we've had an episode about in the year, and putting them together in a fighting tournament, and also characters that have been featured in some of the shows and stuff that we've done. And just sort of like, and I will say there'll be a discussion element to this, but the tournament bracket is set. There is a correct way of how it goes, and I am not yielding on any of them.
Okay. All right.
But the fun of this is hearing like the predictions and stuff as we go, and getting the discussion of like how the powers match up against each other. This is not a power scaling thing. This is a very specific, like, in this specific sequence of events, this is how things shake out. But yeah, so some rules of the tournament are that this tournament takes place in Universe 17. And so it uses that universe's version of each of these characters unless otherwise specified. But those otherwise specified are not happening today. The battles occur in a place that is a sort of like just neutral space that provides no advantages or disadvantages to either character involved in any of these fights, and that these characters come from the point in their stories where they are at their like strongest state. And so it is like the peak of each one of these characters' capabilities that we've explored so far, at least.
I'm going to be so objective about all of this.
Also, this is a single elimination tournament for any of you who are wondering. So once they're out, they're out.
Dead.
Yeah.
They're no longer canon.
How do we even do matchmaking with that?
He spent so much time on this.
I collected the list of characters who have had their own episodes so far this year and put them all in a list, and then added some extra characters who have been featured in some of our shows that we've done and other ones that we talked about here and there. Put them in a list, and then I seeded them based off of their like flat hand-to-hand combat capabilities, how good of an actual like fighter they are. No powers, no gear, no anything, right? And then from there, I added in their power sets and their gear, and did a little like starting from the bottom. Okay, how far can they punch up with their actual power and everything? How many people above them on this list can they beat? And that adjusted the seating based off of that. And then from there, I realized I was still 16 slots short of an even bracket. And so I added in 16 wildcard characters that we have not featured in an episode or anything. So we have 4 characters from the Cataclysm story, 4 from the Dynamite story, 4 from the Talon Squad story, and 4 special edition characters that were not featured in any of those things, but are the ones that are sort of upcoming in various projects that we've got going on. And those 4 were like, those 16 were seated within their group, but not compared to everyone else's. So they were like matched up in ways that are kind of a little bit unpredictable. Throw some spice into the bracket.
Like a wild card.
Yeah.
You could say.
Do we want to hear like the full bracket first, or just go like reveal match by match?
I think we should just go match by match. I think that's going to be...
And I will give like just the basic rundown of like ability sets and everything for each character as we go in. So we start off with Group A in our round 1, right? Match 1 is a crazy one right off the bat because we get Witch Doctor, the big bad from Ordinary Heroes, who is the founder of reality. So she is this like top tier, second to top tier of being in the Reinvent universe, and she has complete control over like the manipulation of reality as a state of just thing, right?
It's a character EB played in Ordinary Heroes.
Yeah. And then so Witch Doctor is facing off against Zoraida Voss, which was our big bad from Lady Legacy Tale of the Tide. Zoraida is a siren, and she is a bounty hunter. And so Zoraida has bounty hunter combat training, and she is equipped with a sword, and she has a siren song that she can use to like take someone's emotional state and push it to the extreme, whatever it is in. And
that
so
that is key.
Yeah, that is our first matchup in the tournament with this one.
I have opinions already.
All right, well, give your opinions.
So to me, most obvious victory is to Witch Doctor, just for being OP. However, that siren song would be a key to victory on the other end, in my eyes, because if we could get Witch Doctor's powers to work against them, I think that would be a route to victory. If I was like, let me just put myself in, like, I'm not a gambling man, for the record, but if I was to play like odds maker, to like be the employee that like helps set the odds for people to place bets, I'm going to make my pick. First impression in this discussion, Witch Doctor is the favorable. So if you want to win some money, I do think a route of victory is possible for, what's the other's name? Zoraida. Possible. Not probable. That's my opinion. That's my take. Make some money.
I'm going to crash out if you're going to say that Zoraida is the winner of this. It's Witch Doctor, right?
So, eagle-eared listeners will note a specific thing that I said in the setup of the tournament, which is that this tournament takes place in Universe 17.
I'm already mad at you.
Witch Doctor.
I'm already so angry at you. Are you kidding me?
Witch Doctor is a founder, which is a tier of being, like we've said, and the founders in the multiverse, each one of them is put in charge of 5 universes. they are not allowed to enter a universe that they are not in charge of without the permission of the founder in that universe. The founder for Universe 17 is Ted, who is the paired opposite of Witch Doctor, and the two of them do not get along. And
so is Ted going to make Witch Doctor lose by default?
Witch Doctor's a no-show because Ted doesn't allow her into Universe 17.
That's a loophole.
Yep. That is why I explicitly put that in there in the rules as well.
Did you put that in the bracket information? Like in the description of the bracket? You're going to have so many people.
Yeah, no, it's in there.
Let the listeners know that I was not given this information prior for my choice. If I was on, like, if in this match, I'm like imagining this in like an MMA scenario where there's like a team backing them, I would definitely like file some sort of complaint against Universe 17 for not allowing my fighter to compete.
Yeah.
direct interference.
That's so fair.
Turn it over to a no contest.
Yep, that is a valid complaint, but
your complaint is noted.
Hey, you know what? Ted, if you're listening, coward. You're a coward.
Cowardly Ted. You're afraid of somebody losing on your turf. It doesn't represent you.
And he said, I sure am.
Yeah.
She's a crazy person.
Yep. So Zoraida gets past round 1. And I do think that is probably the biggest upset of the whole thing, because of that caveat.
Golly,
because that's also, here's the thing, I had to set up the Universe 17 rule before even looking at matchups because of the fact that Ordinary Heroes characters have the Universe 1 versus the Universe 17 versions, and every single one of them is stronger in Universe 17.
Fine.
Except for Trickshot, I think he's stronger in Universe 1. Yeah. But from there, the next matchup we get is Titus Imogen versus Spark. So Titus is one of the members of Talon Squad, so he has Bounty Hunter training, Cadence training, he has Knight of Rondor training, and Smuggler combat training. So he has 4 different kinds of combat training. He has his Cadence-issued body armor. He has his emulation ability, so he is able to mimic other fighting styles that he sees going on. And he is a Child of Destiny. And so he is like unpredictable in terms of like whatever is going on. There's no like knowing what he's going to do in advance. That is what he's got going for him there. And then Spark is one of the hero triplets. She did not show up in Ordinary Heroes, but she is the one of the 3 who is the most combat-oriented. She is a self-taught martial artist. She has the power to absorb electricity and use that to amplify her strength. And she also has a polymerized signature as a result from the polymerization reactor.
She's also really good at Pokemon.
She's good at Pokemon.
What is the polymer thing?
So that is like it's a specific like DNA tracing thing that it doesn't give her any sort of advantage in this fight, but it gives other people advantages if they are matched up against her. Titus is not one of those people.
Okay,
but basically, like the source of her power was there was this fusion energy reactor that blew up that was called the polymerization reactor, and that's how the Order of Heroes get their powers in Universe 17, and so that gave all of them this sort of like trace that is called the polymerized.
So if Titus was like beating her up, she has this energy absorption power. Can she take a hit and then return it with a bigger hit?
Only if it's electrical energy.
Oh, balls.
Yeah.
Does he like tasers?
I mean, he has used tasers frequently.
He sure does.
But we don't have a taser as part of his kit here. It's not part of his like standard kit.
Balls.
He does not have any fail-safes with him for this tournament.
How old is Spark in this matchup?
The oldest we've explored for Spark is 18.
How old is he?
30s, 40s maybe.
Ooh, age is, so he's at the point where age is starting to work against him. Speaking from experience in my 38-year-old body with my shoulders and my knee. I only have one knee.
One whole knee?
One whole knee. I split it between the 2 legs. I want to lean in his direction, but that prime youth age of 18, you have some like raw strength and agility growing. But I think the training factors and everything, I'd lean Titus in this matchmaking.
Spark is my girl, but she
ain't
gonna make it.
It does ultimately come down to Spark is a self-taught fighter, and Titus has 4 formal kinds of like combat training from different groups and institutions that he's been part of. So yeah, Titus is the winner for this one. And so with that, we move on to the next round in Group A. which is Mrs. Fahrenheit versus Severka Agriver. So this is one we get into a little bit. I'll just go into it. So Mrs. Fahrenheit is a member of the Ordinary Heroes. She has the powers of external pyrokinesis, so she can generate heat and fire from her body externally, and she also draws extra heat from people with polymerized signatures. And so she herself is polymerized, but if someone else is nearby who is also polymerized, her heat is more powerful and effective. And so that is her main thing that she has going on. And then there's Severka, who is one of the characters from Cataclysm. And Severka has bounty hunter training. She has the ranger magic abilities. She has a sword, a handgun, and the tourmaline power ring, which gives her the powers of intangibility, so she can phase through objects and things. She can also possess objects. Severka has done the feat before where she throws a knife and possesses it right at the last second before letting go of it, and then like reappearing where the knife like lands on its target.
Can she curve a bullet like from the movie Wanted? If she can manipulate,
no, she's not able to manipulate like trajectory or anything like that. And Severka is also a child of destiny. And for reference, Severka at this point has her powers long enough that they are internalized, so it is not like just stuck in the power ring. It is part of her physiology as well.
All right, so matchups again. Just repeat. My short-term memory is on ADHD.
Fire powers
versus
like
can't touch this power.
Combat, intangibility,
plus
gun.
So
sword and magic.
This is maybe. I have a little bit of a small developing firearms nerd in me. What caliber handgun does she have a set caliber for her style of handgun, and does she have a specific handgun that she uses?
Her signature handgun was a revolver. I don't think we ever established a specific caliber or type or anything.
Is it like Wild West style revolver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not snub nose.
It's possibly a 22, but it could also be 357 or 38 special, which is common calibers for revolvers. 22s can jam, but it's less likely in a revolver. But those are like, she might not be able to take them out in like one hit if they're baby bullets like that. However, the manipulation of like the things in front of her, like tangible items and stuff, I feel like that could be a big factor in a fight. Like if she's shielding herself from a fire and Mrs. Fahrenheit is focused on that, and then they summon some objects from behind Mrs. Fahrenheit. Like I can see some if there's a good fight IQ here, I'm going to lean in that direction.
Yeah.
If it's just off of raw power, I might lean Mrs. Fahrenheit. So if I was an odds maker, I would lean barely Fahrenheit. But I would advise against placing a bet on this one. I'm going to chance it and lean in the other direction.
Nice. Justin's got Severka.
Knowing how creative John was with Severka, I'm going to say Severka, especially since Mrs. Fahrenheit doesn't have Mr. Fahrenheit for this fight. I feel like she does better when she has her partner with her and has like more power because she's able to draw on his flame. Yeah, I think it's going to be Severka.
Yeah. This one, it is going to Severka, and the reason as well is because on top of the higher fight IQ, Severka also just has a wider range of tools at her disposal between like the actual weapons and combat training, but also like and the intangibility. She has that ranger magic at her disposal too, which she often would use to like run interference in fights of like, all right, let me fill this room up with fog real quick.
Sweet.
And so yeah, Severka wins that one. Next one is probably going to be one of our easiest ones to discuss because it is Booming Boxer versus Cole Johnson. And so Booming Boxer is he has martial arts training from a boxing background experience. And he also has the ability that when he throws a punch, it causes an explosion from his fist.
He's kind of like Bakugo.
Yeah, it's just not tied to his
I see the
sweat.
light in your eyes when you say that.
It's like specifically the release of the oxygen that happens from the movement of throwing the punch is what causes the explosion.
I love oxygen.
And also he is a hyper. That is the source of his power. It's sort of like the reinvent version of mutants from Marvel.
I was going to be like, yeah, I'm hyper too, man. Feel you, dude.
As for Cole Johnson, The only thing he has going for him is the Cobalt Power Ring, which gives him immunity to any mental manipulation.
This is a matchup.
And he also has a lot of money.
I feel bad. I feel bad for this matchup because I don't know, like the other one where I was like, it could be close to a draw. I'm like, this is the furthest thing from it. I would probably already be biased to Booming Boxer because I like the boxing. I like the boxing. I'm good at speak English a little.
See, I think, and I think I said this in the Cole Johnson episode, I think that Cole Johnson would just like walk in and be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Who signed him up for this? This is a terrible
Ted.
Ted, I'm starting to notice a trend here, Ted. All right, well, yeah, I think, is everybody just agreeing in Booming Boxer?
Yeah, Booming Boxer wins this one easy. Cole Johnson is the 48, like the lowest on the seed of 48.
Buddy.
Yeah, because he has no fighting capabilities and no powers to help him out, and like no combat oriented powers. So yeah, Booming Boxer takes that one easy. All right, so that is the first round for Group A. We move on to Group B then. So our first one here is our matchup is Hitman versus Incarnate. And so this one, Hitman is a bounty hunter, former bounty hunter and cadence agent. But so what Hitman's got going for her, she was featured in Talon Squad Trust and Turmoil. She has bounty hunter training. She also has training as a cadence operative. She also has cadence standard issue body armor, a sniper rifle, a handgun, and a grappling hook. And then up against her is Incarnate, who he is one of our wildcard characters. And Zareta was our wildcard character in Group A. But Incarnate has military training. He was a U.S. Army member. He also has, and he was a medic in the Army. He has the Savorite Power Ring, which gives him sort of like Green Lantern powers if he can like mentally manifest an object. And that deals like psychic damage, not physical damage. And that power has been internalized. And Incarnate is what is called a Chosen One. And so that...
Does he have a cool scar?
No, he does not.
No. Then is he really a chosen one then?
But yeah, that is what we've got going on here with Hitman versus Incarnate.
This is one of the ones when I was filling out the bracket, I was like, I don't... Recency bias makes me want to lean into Hitman.
Boo.
Okay, well, what do you think?
Well, respectfully, screw Hitman.
This is true. She's the bad guy.
Yeah, I just don't like bad guys, I guess.
She was fun to play for that one day. I had to step in.
Sure. And she's a bad person. So I would be personally rooting against her. But also, let's just look at this objectively as a resident odds maker.
Yeah.
I think she's totally screwed as well as screw Hitman, except for the interesting part about odds being, I guess, low is the possibilities of victory, like what would be her path to victory. And I think it would definitely not be taking the fight head on. It would be the silent assassin sniper. I think that's her best favor. Do I think it'll be enough? Nah. That's my pick.
Okay.
What we got, Ben?
So this is a very close fight between these two because especially like you were saying, Hitman, they both have like things, a pretty similar range of things at their disposal. But I say this goes towards Hitman ultimately in the end.
No.
Because so while Incarnate would have an edge in hand-to-hand combat between the two, Hitman definitely has the edge with the firearms, and also even in there, Hitman has more like direct combat experience of like actually like being able to like get away from the fight, right? The grappling hook is the big thing for her. Of like that is something that allows her to like clear that distance pretty quickly.
Could I ask a context question?
Yeah.
In these matchups, is the starting position within vicinity of each other, or is it like you can go anywhere to start? I have a hard time believing if they're starting in front of each other for Hitman to take that victory.
Yeah. It is a like medium distance, so like there would have to be a little bit of a run up for them to actually get to each other. The main thing that it comes down to as well is that Incarnate doesn't have a way to really protect himself from gunfire.
Why not?
Because he his constructs don't like block physical attacks is the thing.
She'll get what's coming to her. She's not making it to the end.
But yeah, so that one goes to Hitman. But up next is Aurora Remington versus Sneak. So we got two.
There
two
is a right
characters
answer
played
for
by
this,
Ellie.
and if it's not,
So Aurora
If it's not biased.
is the Queen of Rondor. She has sword combat training from various teachers. She is able to sustain flight with her Azamar wings for 1 minute a day. She has the Blade of Rondor, which is a whip sword that only she is able to hold. She has the Idocras powering, which gives her a healing factor, and that is an internalized one as well. And she is a Child of Destiny.
Uh-oh.
Sneak.
she's freaking sick.
Yeah.
She's the best. She's mine.
Sneak is a self-taught martial artist. She has the power of astral shunting, so she can to the observer it looks like going invisible, but what is actually happening is she is like shifting from the material plane into the astral plane, moving in the astral plane and reappearing in the material plane somewhere else. And Sneak is also polymerized. So yeah, that is what we've got going on here.
Context, this healing factor. How
It's busted as heck.
how immediate and like how fast can they heal? Is it like that? I snapped.
When Aurora is using her wings, she heals faster than when she's not. It's not like an instant healing factor. It's like the heavier the damage, the longer it takes to heal.
Because like Sneak in the like path to victory for Sneak, I'm like, they got it. They can't fight on the outside to allow the healing between blows. Like they got to get in and kill right away.
Aurora has to beat Sneak. Like,
Yeah, I go in that direction.
I love my Sneak, but I love Aurora more, and Aurora's better suited for this matchup.
This does go to Aurora because Sneak just doesn't have a way to do meaningful damage to Aurora over time for it to stick. So yeah, Aurora takes this fight.
I can imagine that fight that Sneak tries to like grab the sword, and she's like, ah, ouch, ah.
Yeah, ow. But yeah, so next one in Group B. Group B is honestly really stacked because next one we get Miss Genesis, which is Percy from What If, versus Ambrosia Darcy, the second captain of the Lady Legacy. And so Ambrosia is one of our other... I can't remember if she's one of our wildcard characters or not. Let me look at the... She is. So Percy, Miss Genesis, is a self-taught martial artist. She also has the powers of telekinesis, and she has the Orthocleus powering, which lets her turn back time. For the sake of this tournament, we are putting a limit on this, so she can use this. She can rewind time 3 times per fight. So she has 3 attempts to beat her opponent in every fight.
Okay. That's fair.
With that, she also, with that powering, she's also able to stop time. And so with that, Ted is also giving her the limit of 30 seconds of stoppage time for that.
Stoppage
Do you
time.
mean totally or like at a time?
Totally in the entire fight. So with that is like the limits are put onto her as well. And that powering is internalized powers as well.
Ooh. So is this if then Percy?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And she is also a chosen one as well. And so yeah, that is what she's got going for her. And then Ambrosia has sword combat training as a pirate captain. She is a vampire, so she has vampiric strength and reflexes. Dampier. She's a vampire for mechanics purposes. Dampier was like the like title of it. The thing is, she is a pride vampire, which in the reinvent world makes it so that she is capable of walking in the sun. She does not get like hurt by sunlight.
It's kind of funny that she's a pride vampire.
That is really funny. But yeah, the thing is that some like vampire things that Ambrosia does not have, it's the strength and reflexes are the main things that she has. And of course the like nigh immortality. She's not actually immortal. That's one of the things. But she doesn't have like the hypnotic effect or anything like that. But yeah, those are the fighters we have here.
I'm gonna go with Percy Jackson. Just kidding.
No.
I'm gonna go with Percy, Miss Genesis.
I'm also gonna go with Percy.
Yeah, this one, like unfortunately for Ambrosia, she is a good fighter, and I think Ambrosia definitely takes like a first win, and then Percy pretty easily is able to figure out how to beat her with the two to three rewinds.
And no one remembers the first 2 attempts, except for Ted, and he thinks it's real funny.
No, yeah, exactly. And that's also the reason of like putting the cap of like the 3 on there. But yeah, so yeah, Percy wins that one and moves on. The next round is Mr. Fahrenheit versus Bug. So Mr. Fahrenheit, a member of the Order of Heroes. Mr. Fahrenheit has some combat training as he was a security for the Minerva Institute. He has internal pyrokinesis, so he can increase his internal body temperature and basically make his skin like burning hot to the touch.
Cool.
Similarly to Mrs. Fahrenheit, he can draw and increase that heat from other people with the polymerized signature. He is polymerized as well. And then he's fighting Bug from Talon Squad. Bug has cadence operative training. Bug also has the ability to wall crawl. Bug has been given his femur for this tournament. And he has also been given his stick. And in general, he has his like tech know-how. And Bug is also a child of destiny.
Does Bug have a means to win this without getting close?
Yeah.
I think his stick gives him extra reach. But that's the main thing, yeah.
I feel like stick fighting range would not be safe enough for somebody whose skin could be scalding hot.
Mm-hmm.
I would venture to put Bug at a loss after he takes a couple of hits.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, so you're saying that Mr. Fahrenheit would win?
I need some more information, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fahrenheit, the fact that they can't do like a flamethrower thing, right?
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
That's why it has to be with his wife.
so the range would favor Bug, but if Bug needed to get close, I would put it for Fahrenheit.
There's also, as a reference, Bug is a goblin, and so he is significantly shorter than Mr. Fahrenheit, so basically like adding the stick onto there, his range is roughly similar to Mr. Fahrenheit's punching range.
He's just gotta take him out at the knees.
I'm gonna go with Fahrenhizzle.
I'm gonna go with Bug.
So with this, it does go to Mr. Fahrenheit. He does have he has more. It's a higher fight IQ compared to Bug. Bug is someone who definitely relies on like prep time and like gadgets to win his fights, and he doesn't. He is not given prep time, and he doesn't have enough time to like fashion a gadget to beat Mr. Fahrenheit here.
But do they not have? How much is their notice for these matches? Are you in this?
When they teleport in. Hey, do you remember Teen Titans in that episode where they all got sent into that little like tournament thing and they didn't realize until they were like put into the arena who they were fighting?
No, but basically these are just like they're dropped in and they're like told you have to fight now.
Yeah, they know the rules of the tournament, so they're like, yeah, you're going to go in there and you're going to fight someone. For this first round especially, they don't know who they're fighting until they are right there in the arena.
It's rough bag, man.
Yep.
These logistics coming for the fighters.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even have time to negotiate fighter pay. Jeez.
So yeah, that is it for Group B. We move on then to Group C, which is where we get the first one. First round of this one is Glitch versus Evan Dawson.
Evan's dead. He's dead.
So Glitch, the big
Correct.
bad of What If. Glitch has the ability to steal other people's like biological inherent powers through physical contact. So it's not like if, for reference of like, if they were born able to do something, he doesn't steal that, but it's any like additional bio powers, right? So he can borrow those through physical contact, but if he kills the original owner, then he keeps that power.
Is Glitch coming in? I'm sorry to interrupt. Is Glitch coming into this fight with current powers?
Yes, so Glitch goes into this fight with their animalistic senses, the enhanced strength, and the explosive body.
Man, Evan Hansen is so screwed.
So with that as well,
That's a musical, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Evan's powers set here is that he has some martial arts training. He was a former professional wrestler, and also spent a little bit of time as a boxer as well. And he has the Mystic Quartz powering, which gives him he can like sort of sublimate his body. He can go into a mist form, and he can make some mist-based clones from his body as well. And then that power is also internalized, and so it is not just in the powering.
He's dead. Also, Glitch has another power going into the next round because he's gonna kill Evan with the power.
You are correct.
Okay, great.
Evan has no way to shield himself from the explosions.
What's Evan's last name?
Dawson.
Okay, so I made a joke earlier about Evan Hansen.
Good, because dear Evan Hansen's
dear Evan Dawson, you are screwed.
yes.
But yeah, Evan loses. Glitch wins that fight, and Glitch walks away now with Evan's mist body powers as well. Because Glitch is someone who is killing in this tournament. It is not, any deaths are not like, this is a non-canon thing, of course, but like
Good.
for the purposes of this tournament, Evan is now dead and Glitch has that power.
It's a spinoff. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ted's like, none of y'all are going to remember this anyway. It'd be crazy if this was a canon thing.
Goodness,
but
no.
But no. Like, it's canon, but it's just literally cannon fodder just so that Ted can just watch. And he invited Alan over and be like, hey, Thunderforge did this at one point. Let's do it. We just watch. Oh shoot, they died.
No.
Okay, well,
that's why they had the no killing rule.
Okay. Well, let's just have him finish it and then I'll put him back.
Yeah. So the next fight is between two members of the Bandits Trade Union. We have Wilhelm Knochin versus Timothy Ilyashina, both featured in Children of Destiny Cataclysm. Timothy's a cameo in the end of season 1. But Wilhelm has martial arts training. Again, he is a former professional wrestler and a former professional boxer. And he is an enforcer on the bandits. He has the bandits like body armor, so he has some like shielding as well, and he has the barrel powering BERYL, which gives him powers of auto osteokinesis, which is bone powers. He can manipulate and control his own bones, including like turning them, like sprouting bones through his body to make makeshift armor.
Does that hurt?
And also spiky knuckles. It does
Yes.
hurt. He doesn't have any sort of healing factor, so it hurts himself to do that.
So he'll just like, if he wants to form like Wolverine claws, he just has to puncture the skin, and then he has to like just take healing time off after that.
Yep.
Man, I think he kills himself in this fight. I think he gets overzealous and then accidentally.
Yeah. He has
That is
had
crazy.
He has had
That's
the
my
power long
prediction.
enough. It is also internalized. Against him is Timothy, his boss. Timothy is a bounty hunter, a former bounty hunter, so he has bounty hunter training. And Timothy has the fluorite powering, which lets him copy the abilities of other power rings. And he can also store up to 3 of those copies, just like ready to use whenever. That is also an internalized thing. And Timothy is coming in with a sword. That is part of his standard kit as well. So he also can copy Wilhelm's power in this fight.
So
If he so chooses.
in my perfect world of this, I'll step outside of being a pseudo odds maker, because what I really want to happen as a creative is they both die from the overuse of this power by being too aggressive. But one of them, because they copy the power, they just don't understand. And so, like, their death is, like, them just being dumb.
Well, and that is the thing. So that's the thing, too. These two, like, know each other very well. They work
never
together.
mind.
Timothy is Wilhelm's boss.
And okay.
So that's, like, of the two, this one, I think mindsets are also important to know. Timothy is a very strategic planner, and Wilhelm is a go in and just start throwing punches guy.
I think it's going to be Timothy.
All I have to say is I want them to both die from this power. That's all I can say. And we hear a Wilhelm scream at the end of it. That's what I want.
Nice.
That's my heart of hearts.
Did you say yours already?
I'm saying Timothy.
Yeah.
I abstain, other than
This
I
one-
hope they both die.
Timothy takes this one because from the ability to like copy the ring, which Wilhelm knows he can do, then he's like, okay, cool. This basically boils down to hand-to-hand combat, which isn't really hand-to-hand because Timothy has a sword, and which gives him the edge over this one. So yeah,
edge.
Timothy walks away. What?
The sword.
Oh, okay.
Edge of sword. Terminology.
So yeah, Timothy walks away as the winner of this fight. Up next is Dark Fog versus Shane Albright. So, Dark Fog, character from Ordinary Heroes, member of the Order of Heroes. Dark Fog has martial arts training. Dark Fog is able to also change into a mist form from her body and generate mist from her body. The key thing here is Dark Fog cannot maintain this power in sunlight or natural light. She can't use that mist form in that instance. Dark Fog also has the polymerized signature. Shane is one of our wildcard characters, and from an upcoming play that we're doing, that we're working on. Stay tuned for the 2027 season announcement episode.
It's a common.
Soon. But Shane has monster hunter training, and so he's been trained in sword fighting and hand-to-hand combat for that, especially for like fighting things that are above his weight class. Shane also has paladin magic, which is exceedingly rare on Earth. The paladins on Earth, like their class of magic users, basically disappeared in the last Crusades. They were all exterminated. He also has the rune sword, which is a sword that like basically his magic pairs with the rune sword to basically turn it into a power amplifier for him. So it amplifies the strength of his magic as well. And Shane is a chosen one.
This is tricky for me. I think that Dark Fog has the higher fight IQ overall. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dark Fog for this one. I love Shane, but I don't think.
I don't know, that rune sword sounds pretty cool.
Fine, let's fight about it.
Go with Shane.
Okay.
Nice. So here's the thing with this fight as well, right? Because we added on the caveat that Dark Fog can't maintain her mist form in light, right? One of Shane's things with his magic is that he's able to produce light from that sword. So Dark Fog loses her mist form, so she doesn't have that edge in this fight anymore, right? The other thing is that Shane is a combat prodigy.
Yeah.
Like this is he is able to very quickly pick up on like fighting skills.
I thought his fight IQ sounded better, Abby.
Shane is the epitome of like the comic book trope of Superman takes boxing lessons, which that trope is like Superman on paper doesn't need boxing lessons because he has super strength. But when Superman takes boxing lessons, he's able to use his super strength way more effectively.
My thing was that Dark Fog has been at this longer and has seen a lot more
That
stuff.
is true. But Shane is truly and genuinely, especially from being a chosen one as well, absolutely like this is. I do not throw out the word prodigy lightly.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's like, no, you do not like that word. Okay, fine. I'll be wrong.
So Shane
Whatever.
does win this fight.
Yay!
Good job.
Yep, and I know from people's prediction brackets that is a universal upset because everyone put Dark Fog over because no one else knows anything about Shane, which is unfair to them. But oh well, I put the brackets together.
I heard it sounded like you had good fight IQ.
So the next one we've got is Chief Richard Briggs versus Trickshot. Chief
Two
Briggs,
guns versus guns.
Yep, Briggs is the chief of the Dustry City Police Department. So he has DCPD police training, and he uses a pair of dual revolvers. He has two of them. And he is a very like strong shot. He is also, for reference, the winner of the Tournament of Combat in the Tournament of Champions. So he was deemed like the most fight capable human on Earth through that tournament at that time in 2017. And with that, he has like unaging for 100 years. So he goes into that in his 60s. So I wouldn't say he's in his prime, but he's no slouch when it comes to fighting. And then Trickshot has bounty hunter training, a revolver, and bad luck.
You could have said Trickshot was against a mirror, and I would have rooted against Trickshot. I've seen how you guys have written his bad luck. I want no part of any bet in favor of Trickshot ever.
And in Universe 17, Trickshot starts as a character named Bandit Klein, who's basically just a jobber.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the thing. That's what I said is like Trickshot is the only character who is stronger in Ordinary Heroes
Yes.
than he is in Universe
Somebody
1.
could give
Because in
him-
Ordinary Heroes, he at least sometimes has good luck. Universe 17, he does not.
Yeah, somebody could give him a winning lotto ticket, and I'm gonna be like, "You're gonna go broke." Like,
Yeah.
he'd lose it.
Yeah,
He'd be arrested
lose
for his
it.
past as a bounty hunter and wouldn't be able to collect.
Yeah, I just like I don't even remember who you said he was up against, but Trickshot loses.
Yeah,
That's
it
my-
is true. Trickshot, it is. The luck is against him, and Briggs just has the sheer skill advantage over Trickshot here as well.
Are you able to agree with that, Abby?
Yeah. Shut up.
So yeah, sorry, Trickshot. Better luck next time. With that, we move on to Group D, which is the last group of the first like half of the bracket. So first round of that one is Celeste Knox versus Nightbird. So Celeste is a character from Talon Squad. Celeste has magic. So her signature magical abilities are being able to also go intangible and to teleport. And she also has training as a cadence operative. And she has the Moonveil, which amplifies her magical abilities. And she is a child of destiny. Nightbird is an Aarakocra, so he is a bird man. He is an eagle.
Giant eagle.
He has martial arts training, and he can fly.
Does he do eagle kung fu?
Yeah.
No.
Did you just say no?
No, he does not.
Well, I'm sober, and I'm gonna do drunken kung fu.
Celeste
But
is
anyways.
going to kill this bird.
Anyways, my eagle kung fu or not, I'm gonna go with Celeste.
with this one as well. So Nightbird's his secret identity. I'm not going to reveal it here. Stay tuned. There's an episode of the podcast coming out later this year that will reveal this. But Nightbird is unfortunately afraid of magic.
Oh no, this is a poor matchup.
The second that he would see Celeste do something magical or something he interprets as magic, he surrenders, and Celeste wins
poor
from
guy.
that. Celeste would win anyway,
Yes.
but
So funny.
from that she gets the automatic win because he's like, "Oh, magic, I'm out."
Jeez, Rick.
The next fight in this group is Richard versus Mike Walsh. So Richard from Ordinary Heroes and from the Dynamite campaign, but this is the Dynamite campaign version we're using. Specifically, we're using version 3 because that is the strongest version of him. Richard is able to generate electricity from his body and channel it through his body. He is also immune to any sort of electrical attacks. He is a robot as well on top of that. He has extendo arms, so his arms have a reach of 30 feet, and he has his version 3 chassis, right? So he's like upgraded. It's very durable compared to his other ones. And he's in like a pseudo-human. He is human passing, kind of, as long as you don't look at his face. That is the version of Richard we've got here. And then Mike has some smuggler training to go with him. He is a shifter, so not fully like werewolf, but like he's able to sort of enhance his senses with some like bestial abilities. He is also a member of the Bandits, so he has the Bandits body armor and the Garnet powering. The Garnet powering lets him, sort of like Kevin from Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, he's able to mimic the substance of something he is touching, so turn his skin to whatever like material he is in contact with. And he is also able to swap substances between other materials that he's in contact with. And that is also an internalized power that he has as well.
Mike, for his substance abuse, his substance exchanging powers. Yeah. I go with Mike overall.
I guess we had to fight so hard to keep Richard alive. And also, if you just think about it, Josh Rapp versus Andrew Aguilar.
That's crazy. Yes, this one
Josh Rapp wins every time.
This one goes to Mike because he is able to swap Richard's material, like turn him into cloth instead of metal. So unfortunately, like that makes Richard basically unable to use any of his stuff or fight.
He'll fold them like laundry.
Yeah. So yeah, Mike does win this fight. So sorry, Richard. But and also as well, Richard, truly all it takes to beat him is a little bit of creativity. That is the downside of being a robot. So yeah, the next matchup that we get is Demi Carter versus Reaper. So Demi,
I'm gonna be real mad.
Demi has martial arts training from Project Alpha. She has enhanced strength, dexterity, and stamina and reflexes from the Alpha Serum, and she has the power of shock absorption. So like massive punches just don't have like a huge impact on her. She's able to withstand a lot of force, and she is a child of destiny. Reaper is a soul that is bound to a magic suit of armor. He has warlock magic, so he is able to like see and absorb souls. And he also has the Peridot powering, which allows him to create illusions. And he is also a child of destiny.
Demi only has half a soul.
Yeah.
So I feel like she has an advantage over this. Also, she's too smart to be beaten by Reaper. And if you have it that Reaper won over Demi, I'm really, really, really mad about that. Demi's also one of my characters.
Reaper, no bias there. Reaper sounds really cool.
He is pretty cool.
And my question logistically of Demi being able to take hits, are those just punches, or like if there was some sort of she could like fall off a cliff and be okay, right? Mm-hmm. But then if she's electrocuted or something,
that is a weakness for her. Yeah.
Okay, so like creating illusions here in this context, especially if these fights are not like within like just a ring, if you can like go to in different environments, I think that could be her downfall. It's like going into and like being tricked by illusions.
She also, though, has been groomed to be a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And like scientifically modified to be a weapon with all of the stuff that she has. Because like it's, yeah.
These illusions could scientifically modify her some more.
With this one does go towards Demi because she can outlast any significant damage that Reaper could deal thanks to the shock absorption. Also, unfortunately for Reaper, he doesn't have his power ring long enough to get creative with it. And so he can't make like the complex illusions that actually trick more than just sight. For people there, as well as Reaper has the huge weakness of the only thing it takes to incapacitate Reaper is to separate the head of his armor from the body of his armor.
Well, my official choice was going to be Demi. Just
okay.
so you can fix that in editing.
Yeah.
Just like,
So yeah, Demi wins that fight against Reaper.
I don't think she's going to go much farther in this bracket than
for our
me.
listeners, it's also important to know that this microphone in front of me is blue and it looks like a giant blueberry, and I really want to eat it.
That's funny. The next fight is White Frost versus Dr. Photon, two characters from Cataclysm. Dr. Photon is one of our wild cards. Well, no, he's not. We had an episode for Ordinary Heroes for him, but he is vastly weaker than his ordinary hero self in Universe 17. But
This
to go
juicy
first,
guy.
we have White Frost, who is a self-taught martial artist. He has the Tanzanite power ring, which he has powers of cryokinesis, which are also internalized. So at this point, we're taking the most like diverse moveset that he has. So he can make the room colder around him. He has resistance to the cold. He can like shoot bursts of ice. He can create ice, and he can also make complicated shapes from ice at this point as well. And White Frost is also a chosen one. Dr. Photon is not a fighter. He has the Alexandrite power ring, which gives him photokinesis, and he has healing properties with the light that he can generate with his power ring. And that's what we've got.
The healing factor is always tempting.
But that's all he's got going for him.
Yeah, I think
He's
that
just
being
a
the
scientist.
only thing
Yep.
I can't root.
White Frost.
Hey, yeah, White Frost is my pick.
Yeah, White Frost does take this one because,
Yay.
just even down to just combat stuff is like he just wins because Dr. Photon doesn't fight. So yeah, and that is, we are halfway through round one now.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
So we move on now to Group E. This one, we also got some heavy hitters in this group. Again, we have Lady Earthquake versus Callum Wilson as our first pairing here. So Lady Earthquake, using the Universe 17 version, she is a black dragonborn, and so she has like an acid breath thing that she can use and sort of resistance to acid. She also has druidic magic so a wide range of like nature spells and stuff that she's able to call upon. She also has like the magic book of like Earth, the like massively powerful book of Earth magic at her disposal as well. Versus Callum, who is an agent of Cadence. He's one of our wild cards, but he was in Talon Squad. He has Cadence training, he has Cadence body armor, he is a dwarf, and he has hammers.
Mm-hmm. He loses.
Yeah, Callum loses. He just has nothing that can possibly take down Lady Earthquake.
Poor matchmaking for them. Well, not for Earthquake.
It was unfortunate. The wild card seeding was not kind to Callum there. Up next,
It's fine. Screw Callum.
Yeah, he's another
bad guy.
another bad guy.
I don't care about him.
Which is really funny. My note on this one is Lady Earthquake demolishes Callum, easy peasy. The letters easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
So the next one is Juice Carton Copperfield versus Book. So Juice is an agent of Cadence, member of Talon Squad, so she has Cadence training. She has Cadence body armor. She has the Squeeze, which is a like uncannily dense warhammer. She has enhanced strength of unknown origin, and she is a child of destiny. Book has the power of universal language comprehension. He has the Book of Secrets, which is a book of magic of like untold like boundary and proportion. It's like this ancient relic that if he didn't have the power he has, it would drive him crazy. He also has wizard magic, and he is polymerized. And so that is our matchup here.
I'm gonna go with Book.
Book is gonna demolish Juice.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yep, that's the thing here. The Book of Secrets like gives him the massive edge over anything Juice can do. Also,
I don't think that Juice would like want to participate in this.
Exactly. Juice is squared up against an 18-year-old kid, and she's like, "I'm good."
Yeah.
Juice would not want to fight Book, and Book would immediately be like, "Okay, cool, boom, you're done."
Yeah.
Like uses that as his opportunity because
Yeah.
Book is also like he is the least combat oriented of the hero triplets. And so he has learned to be extremely opportunistic in any sort of like fights that arise. So yeah. Up next from there, we get Circuit versus Caesar Remington. Circuit has the powers of he has complete control over any electrical signals and input in his body. So he can use those to do a variety of effects, such as like flight and levitation, also to absorb electrical energy and channel that electrical energy out of him as well. Or he can't channel it outwards, but he can like channel it to his skin and then through other things. And he also has a very enhanced processing speed because he can speed up the electrical impulses in his brain. He is equipped with his spark blaster, a little like weapon he was able to make himself to actually give him the ability to shoot out the electricity from himself. He has armor, which he's able to channel electricity into through the conducting, and he is polymerized as well. He is up against Caesar, who is a blue dragonborn. Caesar is able to, he has a lightning breath attack, and Caesar also has a resistance towards electrical attacks. Caesar has like bounty hunter training, also as like Knights of Rondor training, and he has a sword. And Caesar can transform into a dragon for 1 minute per day at a time. So for this is like per fight. And so that dragon form as well is also the
He's dead.
So it's Caesar
Circuit's
versus
dead.
Circuit.
Circuit's dead.
I agree.
Yeah, that
Caesar
is
would just go, hi, Sparky, and then eat him.
absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing is like I like the two of them neutralize each other's electrical powers pretty evenly, but the dragon form is just too much of a thing for Circuit to handle. So Circuit does go down in this fight, and I know that is also a massive upset from a lot of the predictions that were sent in because they just don't know Caesar like we do.
Bummer. It's my boy.
The last fight for Group
my
E
son.
is Wendy Rhodes versus Kyle Breaker. So Wendy has the powers of martial arts. She is just a trained martial artist. She is key energy manipulation as well. On top of that, her D&D class is a monk, and she has a quarterstaff with her. This is not Undead Wendy, or this is not Revenant Wendy. And then she's up against Kyle Breaker, who is a member of Talon Squad. He has Cadence training. He is not great at fights, and he has a Honda Civic, and he is a child of destiny.
So
not
here's
him.
Andrew's second stray of the day. We're just going to move on, right?
For reference, Wendy was top seeded in pure fighting capabilities before powers came into effect.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, the Honda Civic is not enough to give Kyle the edge over Wendy here.
You can't just hit her with their car.
Well, what year is it? Because the
Oh.
Civics changed over the years,
think it
and
was
also
I
they
think it
used
was
to
a
be
2007 one.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's-
not. Because it's
the Honda Civics. Honda's really screwed up the Civics because they used to be like a great car for like entry level car owners or people who just like wanted a good, reliable budget car, and then they capitalized on all that popularity that they came up with, and the Honda Civics, like the newer ones, turned into this thing. They tried to like make like a nice car, and we were like, no, everybody just wanted like a $5,000 car to get to like inherit for their like college time. Stop trying to make it something that it was never designed to be. So for that reason, I vote against him.
nice. Good to know. So yeah, we move on to Group F next, and our first fight here is Captain Amazing versus Aaron. So Captain Amazing has martial arts training from his background as a professional wrestler and also as a security member for the Minerva Institute. He has enhanced strength, durability, and reflexes when he is in contact with gold. So he is also kitted out with his fully golden suit, and he is polymerized as well. Aaron has sword training and a sword.
All right. Well,
Superman versus
yeah, I mean, Captain
Guy with sword.
Amazing wins that.
guy with sword. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for Aaron.
not-
Aaron
not a
is
fair
really good with a
vocal
sword,
matchup.
but Captain Amazing does win that one. The next one after that is Red Notice versus Steve Raxvell. So Red Notice has training as a martial artist and also as a thief and burglar. And her superpower is being able to influence someone and basically make them non-hostile through making skin contact. And she's also equipped with a whip as her signature weapon. Steve is coming in here. Steve is a blue dragonborn, and so he has that lightning breath attack, and he has cadence training as well, but he is also notably not a great fighter.
Or a great person.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with Red Notice for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one goes to Red Notice. She is genuinely a better fighter than Steve is, even like down
She's
to that alone. But
freaking
also,
idiot.
yeah, Steve as someone, I don't know if he'd underestimate Red Notice, but she'd be able to maneuver around the situation.
Oh, he would super underestimate her. That's absolutely.
I don't know. I don't ride him.
I've written him enough to know.
But yeah, Red Notice wins that fight. The next one we have, this is an internal pair of fan favorites that are fighting with us, and we have the Bard versus Death Trap.
Oh my gosh.
And so the Bard here is a magic user. He has Bard magic, and so he has a lot of he uses music to enhance his and cast and enhance his magic. He is also enhanced by the Book of Secrets as well, so he has a wider range of like things that he's able to do. Some signature spells of his are putting people to sleep, putting them into uncontrollable fits of laughter, and making them forcibly dance. And then Death Trap has the powers of technokinesis, so he can communicate and control technology as long as it has some sort of electrical signal going on. But Death Trap is also extremely sensitive to physical touch. That is his massive weakness.
Teacher Ben.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Abby is
also,
raising her hand.
Death
right
Trap has arms that are mechanical and
I was
like
about to ask how many
yes.
arms does he have? Because there was
two
one
machine
point...
arms as well is what he's kitted out with.
In
here.
addition to his existing
No,
arms,
no,
or
no, no.
just machine arms.
So there was one point when we were playing where people made some really bad rolls, and both of his arms got pulled off. So he had no arms for a little bit.
His robots
Disassembled him.
His robots chopped off his arms to do first aid because they were causing him too much pain. So they were like, "Let's get rid of it." It was a whole thing.
It's really funny. Anyway,
also for reference, Death Trap is an elf, and elves are immune to charms and sleep spells. And Bard is a gnome for anyone who's curious.
what can these robot arms do? Can they do anything helpful for him? If somebody makes contact with his robot arms, he's not feeling it unless they gave him.
Correct.
Does that count? And he's are they like badass arms like Jax from Mortal Kombat?
But somewhere between Jax from Mortal Kombat and the villain from Big Hero 6.
All right, I'm going with him.
You're gonna do something dumb with this because I think that it's Death Trap, but if you're gonna have some kind of wild card thing with the Bard.
No, it's Death Trap.
Okay,
Death Trap
good.
wins this one because a lot of the Bard's magic doesn't affect Death Trap because he's an elf, and Death Trap has what we call the Death Arms is what these are called at this point. And so yeah, that just gives him a massive edge in that fight. So up next is another couple of fan favorites on different ends of the spectrum. Up next in this fight and last fight of Group F is Andrew Blood versus Fortunato.
Andrew.
Andrew Blood has self-taught martial arts, bloodstone powering, so he has shadow manipulation, solidification. He can make portals, he can see through his shadows, and is also internalized. And Fortunato can turn air into solid objects that can be broken through.
Poor fishbowl.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah,
God.
Andrew wins this fight. Again, easy peasy. It is not a difficult fight in the slightest. So, up next, we move on into Group G. And with this one, our first fight here is Super Commando versus Jim Chambers.
Oh, man.
So Super Commando has also extensive martial arts training. He has enhanced strength, dexterity, stamina, and reflexes from the Alpha Serum. He has his superpower is instant processing and reaction time. There is no delay between him thinking something and his body doing it. And he is equipped with the Alpha Armor, his Eskrima sticks, and they're like the Nightwing electrified ones, and a jetpack.
He's also really hot,
Yeah.
if that helps.
Jim has sword training and a sword.
And he's really good at cooking.
He's good at cooking.
That's a big L for Jim right there.
Yeah, I agree. My superpower is about to become burping because I like seltzer.
Yep. That was all, yeah. Super Commando wins this one as well. If you've listened to Super Commando episode, he has canonically demolished Jim on multiple occasions to the point where Jim is afraid of Super Commando.
Ah, jeez.
Up next, we have Bonnie Black versus Cord, a.k.a. John Winslow. So Bonnie has, she is a cadence training, and she has cadence body armor and a gun. And she also has a background. Her mom was a bounty hunter, so she grew up around that life as well. Cord has smuggler combat training, but also he has cybernetic enhancements because he has died twice by the time he becomes Cord, and so is sort of brought back as this sort of like cyborg. And so he has a sword as well. Part of his cybernetic enhancements, he can also shoot energy projectiles from his hand.
Okay, I gotta root for the cyberpunky guy.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Yeah.
screw Bonnie Black. What?
Yeah, this one is a close fight because Bonnie Black is a really good fighter, but Cord, his cybernetics give him a massive advantage in this fight. So yeah, Cord wins this fight. Up next is Maurice Williams versus Zyra Zorlarin. So Maurice is a member of the DCPD from Children of Destiny Cataclysm. He has DCPD training as an officer and detective, and he has the Amber Powering, which gives him the powers of pyrokinesis, so he can generate and control flames. He has way more creativity and freedom with those than either of the Fahrenheits do, including, like, he can also shift the colors of his flames to do different effects, like enhancing his speed, his strength, making his flames like solid objects and basically using those as weapons, and also flight. And then Zyra has cadence training and witch magic. And so she has a pretty like wide range of things she can do with her magic, but most of it is focused on like debuffs essentially for the other person. It's not combat oriented magic.
Zyra wins.
I think it's Maurice.
With this one, Zyra's magic is very strong. Maurice has so much sheer offense power with his fire that he's able to take this one, especially like post Ring Awakening, which he has. All right. Up next is Miss Fortune versus Elizabeth Walters. So Miss Fortune is a sorcerer and a space character as well. She is a drow. But her sorcerer magic, a lot of that gives her powers that do a lot of like ice things. A lot of her spells and magic revolves around ice and mental and psychic manipulation. And Elizabeth has the Amethyst Powering and some like not like combat field training with the DCPD, but she is a detective there. But she has the Amethyst Powering, which gives her telepathy.
Yeah, we have said canonically that Elizabeth is not a good fighter.
Yeah.
So just by default, she's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Miss Fortune does win this one. On the note that Elizabeth just isn't a fighter. But yeah. Cool. So up next, we are in our last group of round one. So up first for Group H is Brave versus Gem Citrine. Brave has martial arts training. She has, and her power is that her physical capabilities in every capacity are enhanced by her confidence to like the like exponential degree. So the more confident she is in herself, the stronger and better she gets at fighting, and lasting as a fighter. And she is also a hyper. And Gem has cadence training and an enhanced strength. And is a Genasi, an Earth Genasi, I believe.
I'm going to go with Brave for this one.
I was like, I'm thinking of Sierra's Brave from Ordinary Heroes. I know it's a different Brave because it's the Universe 17 one, but I'm like, you can't. She's too good.
No, yeah. Brave wins this fight. Her confidence. Gem can't do anything to meaningfully shake Brave's confidence in this fight. So yeah, Brave takes that one. And up next is General Skull versus Owen Cambio. So General Skull, also known as Maximilian Skull, he has military training with the U.S. Army, I believe, or is it Marines? I don't remember. Marines. U.S. Marines, that's right, because Rob was there and we said, oh, that's really funny. So he has Marine Corps training. He has bounty hunter training. He has some personal body armor that he uses, as well as a sword and a handgun. Up against Owen Cambio, who also has bounty hunter training, and the Onyx Powering, which lets him, he can shapeshift like Mystique, and he can also match the physical capabilities of whoever he shapeshifts into, and that is an internalized power for him as well.
Oh, geez, well, he wins.
I was trying to think if I could be contrarian with this, and I cannot.
So you're putting it on Owen too?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
What?
No.
General Skull has the higher fight IQ of the two of them. So even when Owen like copies all of Skull's physical abilities, he's not able to match like General Skull's intelligence.
Fine. Okay. Whatever.
Boo, I say. Boo.
Up next is Thomas Jones versus Beauregard Remington. So Thomas is a character from Cataclysm as well. He has DCPD training, and he has the Topaz Power Ring. And so this gives him powers of electrokinesis. So
he's also British.
He is British. That is, yeah, a fun fact.
I don't know if that helps.
He has electrokinesis, so he can generate and shoot electricity and lightning from his body. And he has also the ability to heal people with his electricity if he so chooses, including himself. And that is also an internalized power. And Beauregard
is not British.
He's not British.
He's from Nebraska.
He's from Nebraska. Beauregard has Monster Hunter training. He has investigator magic, so he has a lot of like magical trinkets that he's able to use and draw the magic from them. And he has the sword Albright, which is the rune sword that Shane has, just from a later point in the timeline. and so he is equipped with that sword as well.
For the lulz, I want to say that Thomas wins because Beauregard had such bad rolls whenever we were playing with him in Dynamite. Because on paper, such a great character, but like had just awful luck with rolls. I think Beau is smarter than Thomas in terms of like having to be creative with fights, and like he's gotten himself out of scrapes before. So I want to also. My heart of hearts, I want my Beau to win. So I'm gonna go with my heart with this one. We'll say Beauregard wins.
I'll lean towards Abby's decision.
So with this one as well, Beauregard is canonically not. He's an okay fighter. He's like very middle of the road, very average when it comes to fighting abilities. But his true strength relies in his like cunning. Because again, as a monster hunter, he is always punching above his weight class in fights. But that said, Thomas is from being a better fighter, and also he has such a sheerly powerful offensive power that he's able to use here on top of being able to heal himself too. Unfortunately for Beauregard, he does lose this fight. I was also really hoping he was win, but I couldn't find a way to like justify it in me.
It's fine. I should have
Fine,
gone
he
with
has a
my.
hot wife.
I should have gone with my gut.
Yeah. And as the very final fight of Group H and round 1 of this tournament, we have Sleeper Agent versus Bright Star.
Bright Star.
So Sleeper Agent has the power of she has this sort of like hulked out sleep form. So when she's asleep, she adopts this alternate form that just massive in size and hulked out, has enhanced like strength, durability, and size. Sleeper Agent also, but the thing is that if she is like woken up in that form, she reverts back to normal self. She also comes into this fight with sleep-inducing stims that she's able to use, and she has basic martial arts training. Bright Star has the Star Gloves, and so this is a piece of equipment that her dad was able to buy that generates massive, incredibly bright flashes of lights and self-taught martial arts.
Sometimes she has a baseball bat, depending on what version of the show you're doing.
Sometimes she has a baseball bat, not here.
The like sort of flashbang-esque ability of her gloves, I do feel like that could be quite waking.
Yeah.
So this one, like, my instinct is not to go with Bright Star because it's very niche. But that niche actually helps this fight, I think.
Yeah. So with this one, Bright Star's gloves do take sleep mode out of the equation
Yeah.
entirely. Even then, Sleeper Agent is a better fighter than Bright Star because Bright Star is just a spoiled rich kid.
Fair enough.
Eat the rich, I guess.
I would if they let me.
Sleeper Agent does win that fight, as fun as it would be for Bright Star to go on. And I was really hoping Bright Star would be able to go on to round 2. But unfortunately, that is the end of the line for her. So yeah, that is it for round 1.
Yay!
So with that, we move on to round 2, the round of 32. Going back to the top of the bracket, we have Zoraida Voss versus Titus Imogen.
It's Julia versus JD.
Yep. So as a refresher, Zoraida is the bounty hunter with the siren song. Titus has the 4 different kinds of like martial training with his emulation abilities.
I'm gonna go with the siren song being the edge to get the victory.
I'm gonna go with Titus. I think Titus is overall like physical power and like just like knowing more.
Boo.
With this fight, it has been exhibited before that Titus is able to be overcome by emotions during fights, and that does mess with his emulation abilities.
Yay!
Because he's not able to think clearly. So Zoraida's siren song gives her a massive edge in this fight. And Zoraida does win this fight.
Crazy!
It's okay, he's a little sensitive man.
He is not in tune with his emotions, and so that is also, he has no way to like actually control himself.
That's in it. Is a man who can emotionally regulate is a superpower.
Yep.
Just...
Up next, the other fight in for Group A here is Severica Agriver versus Booming Boxer.
Severica.
Not my boxer.
Severica.
All right, fine. Yeah, that's same. Samesies. Twinsies, samesies.
Yeah. With this one, the main thing here is that like up close, Booming Boxer would absolutely have the advantage, but between Severka's not mistform, her intangibility, that wouldn't give her much of an edge when it comes to the hand to hand. But she has way more ranged options with her. So especially like we said before, starting at medium range, and she has a gun. She has the advantage there. So yeah.
Unfortunately, use some of my martial arts analysis here. A boxer's advantage and disadvantage is their weapon is so specific.
Yep.
They have complete limitation, but also when they're in their range and playing their game, they're extremely well suited. Mm-hmm. But I think outside of that and that specificity means that he's at a disadvantage here.
Yep, absolutely. Up next, we move on to Group B, where our first match in this one is Hitman versus Aurora Remington. Hitman has guns and a grappling hook. Aurora has the healing factor and flight and the sword.
Aurora's got to win.
I agree.
Hitman.
Yeah.
I also am bitter about Hitman losing the previous winning the previous matchup.
Yep.
So I both want them to, but objectively think. If you're betting, this would, even not being a betting man, I'd be like, no, go ahead and bet against Hitman. Screw
Yeah.
him.
With this one, yeah, Aurora does win this one because she is way too much of a moving target for Hitman, with her flight especially, and also the healing factor. Any like glancing shots, she'd be able to recover. And Aurora just wins really easily after
She's
closing
also
the gap here.
survived a nuke.
That too, and like Aurora has fought like at the tail. Aurora has fought a sniper before and like won. And that was it with the sniper getting the jump on Aurora. So yeah, Aurora wins.
She's also given birth to triplets, so she's a badass.
The next fight for Group B is Miss Genesis versus Mr. Fahrenheit.
I'm going to go with Genesis winning.
Yeah, Percy.
Yep. Even in this, the telekinesis gives her a huge edge in this fight that she'd be able to figure out pretty quickly, oh, I can't actually punch him. Let me just keep my distance away. So yeah, Percy wins this fight over Mr. Fahrenheit pretty easily.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm seeing how scary Glitch is about to be. Because the next matchup is Glitch versus Timothy.
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
Yep. The next one is Glitch versus Timothy Oyashina. As
Glitch
a refresher,
has Bones powers now too.
Glitch is able to, like, he can snatch those powers from contact, right? And he carries over those mist powers, so has that mist form. But with Glitch, that's not a ring power anymore. That's his power. That's his like body power. So Timothy can't copy that mist form, and Glitch can make contact with Timothy and take the power mimicry, the power ring power mimicry.
Oh, so he can't take the bones?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that'd be crazy if he was able to take.
I mean, to me, it would be very hard for me to have a matchup which I would root against Glitch. So I'm just gonna go with Glitch.
So Glitch can now copy without touching people.
He can copy people who have power rings without touching them.
Wow.
Oh, geez, Rick.
So Glitch is just gonna win this tournament. I think I'm just gonna.
So yeah, Glitch does
prediction.
beat Timothy Oyashina here. The next fight for this round is, let me find it again. It is Shane Albright versus Richard Briggs. So as I remember, Shane is that combat prodigy, chosen one kid with the magic sword and paladin magic. Briggs is the chief of police, dubbed best fighter on Earth in 2017.
Yeah, but Shane has a sword. That's cool. I'm gonna go with Shane for this one. I want Shane.
Yeah, me too. Screw it.
Yep, that is Shane wins this one. But mostly because Briggs, seeing that he's fighting a kid, holds back heavily. He has a soft spot in his heart for younger people, and so yeah, Briggs is not able to pull out the win on this one. So this goes to Shane.
See, that wouldn't happen to me because as somebody who had experience as a kids martial arts instructor, I legally fought them every day.
Legally fought them.
And I'm harboring so much ill will about all of the nut shots that they were able to land on me, quote, by accident. So
up next is Group D. The first one with this group is Celeste Knox versus Mike Walsh. So again, Mike has the substance, like the material swapping powers, and Celeste has her array of magic powers.
Celeste wins.
Yeah, Celeste.
Yep, Celeste does win this fight. Her magic is something that Mike just isn't really able to outdo. But yeah, there's that one. The next one in Group D is Demi Carter versus White Frost.
Demi.
Yeah, because White Frost is old. He is. He's like at his peak, he's in his like 50s, right?
You don't have to justify it
In
to
his
me.
50s, as when he has the widest like range of power of things he can do with his powers. Here's the thing. White Frost.
Are you kidding me?
White Frost's first instinct, they're at medium range at the start of this. His first instinct, shown multiple times, is to freeze the opponent.
Boo. Well,
You
sensible.
say Demi's gonna get kicked out of this by a old man?
Yes,
An
I am.
old man. Boo!
Yes, I
Because
am,
he
he
freezes
says.
her where she's at.
Boo!
Because
Boo.
we said before, she's not like, she doesn't have the resistance to like non-physical things.
Lame. Lame, lame.
Sorry.
Lame, lame, lame.
White Frost beats Demi.
Boo!
Our first matchup was just setting the bar for this stint. You can't even be mad after that. It's like, oh, they've never made it.
Oh, I can be mad. I'm mad right now.
Fair enough. I'm going to burp again.
Up next is, in the second half of round 2, is Lady Earthquake versus Book. So Lady Earthquake has the wider range of nature magic. Book has the Book of Secrets.
Earthquake.
The Book of Secrets used to belong to Lady Earthquake.
It used to, yeah.
Seems like extra motivation to get it back. So Earthquake wins.
I think Lady Earthquake's gonna win.
Lady Earthquake does win this one. She just has more experience with her magic than Book does.
Damn straight.
Okay, so Monica beats Emily in this round, but in the last one, it's tit for tat.
That's funny. The next fight is Caesar Remington versus Wendy Rhodes. Remember, Caesar is the fighter with the Dragonborn. He has dragon form, and then Wendy is the martial artist, martial arts master.
Dragon Boy.
I feel like a dragon kind of jacks up a martial artist.
I agree.
Yep, that is this one. Dragon form is just too much of a force for Wendy to contend with here. So Caesar does take this through use of his dragon form.
I love him so much.
All right, up next is Group F. In this one, we have first Captain Amazing versus Red Notice.
Captain Amazing.
I think it's Red Notice. I think that she gets a hold of him, charm wise, and tells him to yield or quit.
The thing is, she can't do that without making skin contact, and he has his armor, and so she doesn't have a way. And he knows, like, they know each other, right?
Yeah, they do know each
And
other.
so he's like, no, I am not under any circumstances.
What if she asks real nice?
Nope.
He would have to be super
This is
dumb.
also this is not ordinary heroes. Captain Amazing and Red Notice, like they're.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never mind. I have a recency bias to
Yeah,
this. Yeah, no.
He is
Captain
not
Amazing.
as super like. There's still like the will they won't they here, but it's ordinary heroes is like a yeah they will. This is still the I don't know. Captain Amazing wins that fight. Up next is Death Trap versus Andrew Blood.
Andrew Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Andrew Blood wins this one. Andrew
What a
has
funny fight that would be.
Andrew has the combat intelligence here to know that all he has to do is wait and find one opening to make that like that physical hit, and then that's how he can win this one. So yeah, Andrew wins this fight. All right, Group G is up next. We have Super Commando versus Cord.
Ooh, two robot-looking boys with their outfits.
One of them is partially robot. The other one is not actually.
I'm actually going to go with Super Commando for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Super Commando.
Yeah,
too.
if Super Commando wins, he's
Yay.
way too much of a force to be reckoned with for Cord to handle
reckoning.
here. The next fight is Maurice versus Miss Fortune. As a reminder, Maurice has his wide array of fire powers. Miss Fortune has her ice and psychic magic.
I'm going to go with magic. Misfortune.
I'm gonna say Fire or Maurice
Boo.
because melty and also
Boo.
science and magic don't mix in Universe 17. They don't play.
Yeah. Maurice is able to take this one. The fire powers are perfect for neutralizing the ice magic, especially this is from the power ring, right? And so it has been exhibited before that like especially science-based powers usually trump things that are immune to magic or whatever that is. And Misfortune is not enough of a combatant to like be able to like outwit and outlast Maurice in this situation.
As an atheist, I should take the side of science, probably.
That's crazy.
Up next is Group H. We have Brave versus General Skull.
Let's go with Brave.
I'm gonna say General Skull.
With this one, Brave wins this one.
Yeah.
Especially her just very bold confidence, especially with being younger than General Skull.
Does she take his crowns?
No, she does not take his
As a
crown. She's not mean.
non-atheist, you should like the idea that you can win something based off of faith.
Oh.
Up next for the last fight of round 2, we have Thomas Jones versus Sleeper Agent.
Sleeper Agent. Abby's pulling a really funny looking face. Or she did. She changed her face.
I think it's Thomas. I'm just going to be contrarian for the rest of this.
Boo, I say, boo.
Thing here is Sleeper Agent cannot maintain her form through Thomas's electricity. So yeah, he's able.
Ever tried to stay asleep while being electrocuted?
I struggle to fall asleep anyways. So, no.
So yeah, Thomas is able to win that fight.
My superpower is insomnia.
So yeah, up next we move on to the quarterfinals now. So going here to the winner of Group A is going to be between Zoraida Voss and Severica Agriver.
Severica.
My bracket is so jacked up now. Severica. Yeah, Severica.
Yeah, with this one, Severica wins this fight on the sheer fact that she is the better fighter, and being an elf makes her immune to the siren song.
Yeah.
Lols.
So yeah, Severica wins that fight. Up next, for the winner of Group B is between Aurora Remington and Miss Genesis.
Genesis.
Yeah. It's got to be Purse.
So here's the thing, and this is why I mentioned the thing with the Children of Destiny earlier. The Children of Destiny cannot be like predicted, or their actions cannot be replicated and stuff. So they specifically, when Percy goes to try her rewind, the Children of Destiny do not act the same as they did the first time around.
Oh, jeez.
So Rory
So
wins?
the Children of Destiny are the perfect counter to Percy's powers if she can't beat them like at the first try. So
Percy's
Aurora-
one of the people that can beat Glitch. Uh-oh.
Yep. So Aurora does win that fight.
Boo.
Between
Boo,
the two
I
of
say.
them.
I'm happy about that. I didn't even have Aurora win.
So yeah, that genuinely, that was one of the very few ways that Percy could have lost a fight in this entire tournament.
As being paired up against a Child of
Yeah,
Destiny.
because like between those and like we know, like it takes Percy a long time to beat Glitch the first time. But yeah. So moving on then to the next one, the winner for Group C. The matchup is between Glitch and Shane.
Glitch and Shane. All right, Glitch. Just gonna say Glitch wins this tournament. You don't need to consider it. Just say Glitch.
It's okay.
So remember, here's the suite of powers that each of them has, right? Glitch has the power stealing. He has the ability, like through physical contact, he can mimic ring powers just from proximity. He has the animal senses, the enhanced strength, the explosions, and the mist form. And Shane has
Shane's
the
a
sword
prodigy.
and the prodigy and the combat prodigy.
No, it's Glitch.
You
It's
and
Glitch. It's Glitch.
I
It's Glitch.
have both choreographed for Glitch's character
Yes,
before.
Glitch. Glitch
And a
is-
good challenge to choreograph that is like I had to figure out situations where Percy could even contend with Glitch. So, because I would be like, how would they? So it's really hard for me to have
No,
a situation where Glitch loses.
Yeah.
Just the advantages that their powers give them is too much.
Yeah, Glitch is the winner of this fight, especially mostly
In the
because
tournament.
the mist form alone, Shane has no way to combat that because he can't beat this one like he did with Dark Fog. This mist form doesn't have a weakness.
So what is he taking from Shane then?
Nothing.
He can't.
Shane doesn't have biological powers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, up next, the winner of Group D is between Celeste Nox and White Frost.
Celeste can win this one because she can teleport away. She can teleport. She can teleport away from White Frost. Don't tell me that White Frost beats Celeste.
Here's
I'm
for
going
reference, everyone.
to-
My poker face is to just go straight to a smile, so that's why Abby's crashing out.
And I'm not crashing out, but I will also agree. Like,
Yes, you are correct. Celeste does beat White Frost here. She is a better fighter than White Frost, and she is able to phase her way out of any ice that he tries to freeze her in.
to counter Abby's reaction, I will simply say, good.
So up next to the other side of the bracket for Group E, the final match for this group is between Lady Earthquake and Caesar Remington.
Earthquake.
Yeah, I think this is probably the time that Caesar.
yeah.
I'm proud of my boy, but
Yeah, Lady Earthquake she has the versatility, the sheer magical power, and the experience to take down Caesar even in his dragon form. So yeah, this one goes to Lady Earthquake for Group E.
my sweet baby boy.
She's
You
got
did
that raw power. Just raw dogging through
Yep.
life.
Up next, and this is a crazy one, this is Captain Amazing versus Andrew Blood.
Uh-oh.
good.
This is a tough one.
Does he have the shadow sword in this?
He can make it, yeah.
He can do whatever the heck he wants.
Mm,
I think that he would psychologically mess up Carl enough
Carl.
before he just
kills
knocks
people.
him out.
My heart says Andrew. My mind says Captain Amazing. So I'm gonna lean. But that means if I were recommending odds and betting, I would be like, don't bet. Don't do this one.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna lean towards Andrew.
The thing with this one is that Andrew has no way to deal meaningful damage to Captain Amazing in this fight. Because
He can still incapacitate him with like
not with that armor, because here's the added effect of Captain Amazing's power is that when he's in contact with that gold, his powers also work on that. It increases that durability of the gold.
And that's why, as I said earlier, I was going with Captain Amazing. I never.
As well, Captain Amazing also just has the speed advantage over Andrew Blood.
Ooh!
So yeah, listen, nobody wanted Andrew Blood to win more than me, but my conscience rejected it.
I had Andrew in the semifinals, I think.
That's unfortunate. So yeah, up next for Group G, it is between Super Commando and Maurice Williams.
Oh, bye, Maurice.
Super Commando.
Neville's too fast.
I did write down in my little result. This is definitely the closest anyone comes to beating Super Commando, but Maurice just doesn't have the hand-to-hand experience to be able to finish the job in the end. So yeah, Super Commando is able to take this win away from Maurice. All right, and then for Group H, and this is the last round of the round of 16, we have Brave versus Thomas Jones.
Thomas.
With this one, Brave's confidence, it brings her a very long way in this fight, but it's not enough to outlast Thomas's self-healing with his electricity.
And also, he has electricity. Like, she doesn't have anything else.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, it definitely comes close in Brave's favor. But Thomas does win that fight.
You can only be brave so much. Story of my life. Anyways.
All right. All right. So yeah, here in the quarterfinals now, we have first up Severica Gryver versus Aurora Remington.
You know what I want.
Gun intangibility and ranger magic versus flight, healing factor, and whip sword.
I think I'm going to go with the win being in favor of being due to the flight with the whip sword with the healing factor. I think those will work in favor. I know that might be a hot take.
I think that Aurora's scrappier than Severica. I'm thinking through of how John and I played our characters.
I said what I said.
Here's an extra one I'll throw in there for you, because Severica spent years on the run as a mercenary working out there, and Aurora has at her back like the years she spent as captain of Lady Legacy.
Just say one. Severica.
This is close. This is a very tough match, and I spent a lot of time thinking about this one, but I think the specific thing that gives Aurora the edge here, Severica the edge here, is the magic.
Ah, jeez.
The magic abilities that she's able to use. So unfortunately, this one.
If it had been any other character,
yeah,
I wouldn't have been as bummed out.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But because it's John.
Sorry.
I lost to John.
The next match of the quarterfinals is between Glitch and Celeste Knox.
This is terrifying.
Glitch.
This is a horrific matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Glitch wins.
The only way I can see Celeste winning is if she does the thing where she does the possession inside of Glitch of like what.
Here's the thing. Glitch has the mist form, so he can very easily, with the powers that he's collected at this point, getting that mist form round one was huge for Glitch in this tournament.
Yeah.
Because that genuinely gives him such a defensive edge.
Yeah.
Because whereas before he really only had offense powers, and that gives him like defensive capabilities too. So that's the thing. Like Glitch's powers are just so well suited to countering Celeste's magic.
Glitch is gonna win the tourney.
This is wild. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Glitch wins over Celeste here, and I know that is also a massive upset. Glitch was in a lot of people's Final Four, but Celeste was in more people's like finals and like Final Four. So yeah, Glitch wins over Celeste there. Up next, over on the other side of the bracket, we have Lady Earthquake versus Captain Amazing.
I want Captain Amazing to win. I don't want Lady Earthquake. I just don't want Lady Earthquake to win. if Captain Amazing beats Andrew Blood, then I want him to beat Lady Earthquake.
I agree with all of that.
Lady
Benjamin?
Earthquake's magic.
Benjamin!
Ooh.
She
Benjamin!
has her array of magic is so incredibly diverse.
Uh-huh.
With manipulating the elements and the forces of nature and everything on top of that.
Well, you might want to bleep this out, but it sounds like she has the magic of...
I will bleep it out. That is just the thing, is like that she is, and she is on the number one threat on Cadence's like superpowered people's list.
Ooh, number one stand, Candy Bullshit.
Wow, I'm a dragon.
Sorry, man.
Very good. I knew this was going to happen. Up next in the quarterfinals is Super Commando versus Thomas Jones.
Super Commando.
Super Commando.
Yeah, again, this is a close fight, and Thomas is right on the edge of being able to overwhelm Super Commando, because that's the thing. Super Commando's weakness is being able to basically like supercharge his processing and overwhelm him. Thomas is close to that, but not enough, and so Super Commando is able to beat this one because his reaction speed is enough to still be able to dodge lightning. All right, up from there we go on to the semifinals now. Our first match of the semifinals is Severica Gryver versus Glitch.
Glitch. If Glitch is going to beat Celeste, then Glitch. I want Glitch to win now over Severica. The fact that Severica beat Aurora, I'm mad about it. So
I agree.
Yep. Glitch, especially since he took Timothy's power, he can just snatch Severica's intangibility without even having to touch her.
Mm-hmm.
And so between the intangibility and the mist form, Severica has 0 ways to do any damage to Glitch. And so yeah, Glitch just wins this fight.
Yay!
On the other side of that bracket of the semifinals, we have Lady Earthquake versus Super Commando.
Lady Earthquake. If she beat Captain Amazing, which I'm still in denial about and was objectively wrong, then I'm going to go ahead and say Lady Earthquake for president.
Super Commando.
This one does go to Lady Earthquake.
Damn straight it does.
Lady Earthquake takes this one. Because with this one, being able to control like the forces of nature and everything is a lot. And that and this is also, yeah, the Super Commando is not well versed in fighting magic users in Universe 17. So first, before we do our finals, let's talk about third place. Severica is dead.
Severica's like
Glitch
dead.
killed Severica, so Super Commando wins by default.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were fighting, I still think that Super Commando would beat Severica 1-on-1.
Yes, I would also agree with that, because even at the table during Dynamite, Super Commando was someone who was very like,
None of us could 1v1 him.
yeah, no one could take Super Commando in a 1v1, and Super Commando was the only NPC that could take Severica in a 1v1.
Yeah, and that was even
Mm-hmm.
tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that is say, on the theory that Glitch left Severica alive, Severica would still lose that anyway, but Glitch definitely doesn't leave Severica alive.
Okay. This is crazy. This is such
Our finals is Glitch versus Lady Earthquake.
This is such a so different, because my original one was Celeste and Super Commando getting to the finals. I had Celeste winning my bracket. So
No. Well, it takes no
the thing.
deliberation for me to think that
guarantee
Glitch is going to win.
I can guarantee most people's brackets didn't account for Glitch taking people's powers.
Interesting.
I think-
That's my first thing that I worked
Yeah.
on Glitch,
No,
so I had
absolutely.
to think a lot about
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I find Glitch difficult to defeat in any scenario, and they do have a fight IQ.
Yeah. With
Glitch our winner.
I do think this is one I didn't write out, but I do think I agree that with this finals, especially having the mist form and the intangibility, it is the ultimate defensive power combo that there really just isn't a getting past it.
I am
not with most things. It would take a very specific power to be able to get around that. But even like I would also put this one in Glitch's favor, because like the animalistic senses would give him an edge over the nature magic. Because if you know anything about animals, they know what's going on with nature before we do.
I just want to say I respect you and stuff, but if Lady Earthquake had lost like they should have lost against Captain Amazing, I think that would be a different matchup. Captain Amazing versus Glitch, especially considering the armor and
You still think that Captain Amazing could beat Glitch?
And what do you mean still?
I mean,
I'm
you
just saying.
you think that Captain Amazing could beat
Never
Glitch?
talked about this prior, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we have a debate in your brain at some point about this?
No, we just fight all the time. So I'm just assuming that we had
Yeah.
fought about this. But you think that Super Commando would have
What
any
I'm
chance of beating
saying
Glitch?
is that I think more of a chance than Lady Earthquake. I think Earthquake has 0 chance. I think Captain Amazing. I probably still would like the amount of times that I said during this that Glitch was going to win the tournament.
Every round.
Every round that Glitch was in, I was like, they're going to win the tournament.
We have
So
made-
I'd probably still just favor Glitch versus Captain Amazing. But
we have
because
made
it's
such
pissing
a
you off,
terrifying character.
I want
Yeah.
you to know that Captain Amazing 100% all of the time, without a doubt, would beat Glitch. But for the sake of me and my decisions, I'm going to say Glitch is going to win this tournament 100% of the time. But in order to piss Abby off, 100% of the time, Captain Amazing wins against Glitch and wins the tournament whenever you're paying attention. But if you're not paying attention, it's Glitch.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, great. What a great episode. What a great thing.
Our top 4 for the inaugural 2026 reInvent All-Star Tournament is our top 4 is Glitch, Lady Earthquake, Super Commando, and Severica a Gryver.
Yay! And Glitch would win next year, too.
Oh, shoot. And Glitch might... No, Glitch won't be in the next year's bracket, I don't think.
No.
And they'll still win because that's how it goes.
We can do
Crazy.
a thing like in like some fighting games when you go tournament mode and there's like Dragon Ball Z games do this a lot where they're like, oh, if you win the tournament you fight the last character that won the tournament when you like played in the game. So that could be a fun, like whoever wins next year we can just have them face against this version of Glitch.
Oh, jeez. Well,
That-
Glitch
this-
has a
this specific version.
Glitch wins, Glitch gains momentum through fights.
Yeah.
This-
It's just a snowball effect.
Tough pill to swallow.
Yep.
Before we wrap up today's episode, Justin, is there anyone or anything you want to give a shout out to?
Yes.
What is it?
Oh, my wonderful brand that we offer stage combat education through creative action training. First of all, you can get in touch anytime. Training can be tailor-made, but we do have a class coming up, an intensive, a 20-hour intensive in single-handed swordplay for stage and screen that will end in a live showcase performance, 20 hours of formal training, and something wonderful you can put on your resume. If you are from the future and September has already passed, just reach out to Creative Action Training for any custom opportunities tailored to whatever you want to learn.
Nice. Yeah, that September ranked intensive is going to be September 21st through the 26th. It is $200 per student. And for any registration or questions, you can email jmklivearts@gmail.com. We'll have the link in the description to all of that. It's a great way to get some training and work with other actors in the area. And if you are on the fence of like, oh man, what is stage combat? I don't know. If you come see Spotlight Volume 1, Justin and I are going to be doing a show where we'll be fighting each other a lot. And you can see an example of what you can do with stage combat training September 10th through the 13th at Hollingsworth Hall Cultural Center.
Shout out to Abby. I'll be on stage for the first time in over 5 years.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm very grateful. Get the Justin and Abby show finally.
I'm only going to pee a little bit.
Oh, well, good thing you're the one who cleans the theater.
Uh-oh.
Our next episode of Lore Drop is a very special episode. It is our Founders Day on August 12th. We are officially a year old as a nonprofit organization. We've been doing stuff longer than a year, but in the eyes of the government, we're a year old, which is really, really cool to see. So we're going to be talking about the founders, which are characters that we've been dancing around a lot within our podcast and the lore. So it'll be great to finally sit down and talk about them and kind of the cosmology of cosmology.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost said cosmetology, and I was like,
Nope.
no, it's cosmology.
You guys are going to have cosmopolitans during this.
We're going to be talking about that the Reinvent universe. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be a fun celebration of what we've done over the last couple of years in Lubbock and a celebration of moving forward. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Lore Drop.
And remember,
Being fantastic starts with being a fan.
Everyone put a good chocolate in another tomato. No, they're sorry. Reinvent Productions is proudly sponsored by 5 Points Corporation Lubbock and Savannah Rashida Photography, as well as our other wonderful community patrons. Our home base in Lubbock is Hollingsworth Hall Cultural Center at 4228 Boston Avenue. For more information on how to support our 501c3 organization, you can check out our website at www.reinvent-productions.com. To directly support our upcoming productions, you can become a Lore Drop sponsor. For just $10, you can sponsor an episode of this podcast. All donations will go towards support for our next production for this year's season. Funds will go towards paying production staff and our poster artists for their fantastic talent and time. We work to bring 5 new productions set within the world of Reinvent with every season, and your support goes a long way in making that happen. Our next production is Spotlight Volume 1, a Reinvent Short Play Festival, which will feature 8 brand new short plays all written by local writers in our community. You can donate at givebutter.com/Lore Drop sponsor. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at reinvent.productions, as well as on Facebook and Twitch, where we stream gaming and a look behind the scenes on how we create our new works. Be sure to follow us to stay in the loop about upcoming productions, auditions, and more. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Lore Drop.